Hey guys and gals, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing something a little different. It's in the title of the video. This is going to be punch light install on a Polaris VR1 Matrix platform. My particular sled here is a 2023 XCR 850. We are going to install these lights right here, which I've already partially done. These punch lights right here on the side. There's been a lot of discrepancy on how to do this and get them plugged in. You can see I've already got one side on, but I'm going to go ahead and just do a little tutorial here, hopefully help somebody else out. There's a couple videos out there, but one is really good, but he plugged it in wrong, and the other one is pretty vague. So stay tuned here, we'll get going. All right, so where do these lights go? They go right here. So we have to take that off. So I'm gonna flip the hood over here. Notice I got it on a blanket so we don't scratch the hell out of everything. And just turn it around. Let's see what we're doing. So to get this piece off, that bolt is back in behind here. So what do we got to do? Well, we got to take the headline assembly out. I know, it's pretty simple though. We just simply unplug it right here, and we take these three bolts out, and our whole assembly will come out of there. That piece I just moved, I'll tell you about in a second. Save our hardware. Not have to drop anything. Here we go. I'm gonna get this out of here. We got it unplugged. Just kind of grab it, push it back a little. That clears the hood, and whammo, there's your headlight assembly. Set that there. Now you can see our screw we got to remove, which I've got partially out here. In this kit, they give you this little tool. It's basically a T25, and here's why. Not a lot of room in here to get at this, so I've got a T25 set up on a ratchet, but honestly, for this stupid screw, this kind of works better, believe it or not. So it's kind of hard to do all this with the camera and everything else, but there, we got that off. Save that hardware. This piece, you just slide it back here. You can see the little catch right there. Slide it back, push it down, and pull it out. Boom. There's our little panel. And we're going to replace that with this nice light. So you see this right here. Very important. That is going to line up with that edge right there when we go to put that in. Before we get there though, let me flip this back over. Don't throw the box away when you get this, because there's a flap right here and this template is on that flap. Obviously you got to cut it out, which I've done. So what we got to do is drill a hole right here, which you can see I've done already. So to get that hole, we just lay this template on here, right here, and I just marked it. You know, a brighter color would be nice. You can see it on black, but marked it there and drilled my hole once you get your piece off. So the hole's drilled there. That's our new hole we need. This is the existing hole, which we'll use to bolt our punch light on. So let me flip the hood back over. Spin it around so you guys can see what we're doing here. This piece right here, this whole assembly, this comes with your kit. Okay, I installed this right here. Basically, it's just a 1/4 inch hole I drilled in here, and it's just a push fit, a little plastic thing that holds this assembly here. This is how we make this operation work, and that's where some of the confusion was. So we go to put this light in. Like I said, we line this up, this edge right here, with that edge when we put this together, and it's kind of a nice little gauge to help you get this right. I'm hoping my camera is catching this, but when we put this wire through, it looks like, oh yeah, we'll just, no, right here, right here. It's got to go through this little hole kind of back behind the windshield. There's a little bit of a bugger, but no big deal. Pull that up through there like so. There. Now you can see what I was talking about with this little, I hope you can see it, this little line kind of lines that up. I also should say, let me pull this back out of here. Before you put these in, take your screws and run them in here. You know, thread them in, because these are not threaded, and you're kind of doing that as you go. So I pre-threaded these so that it's just gonna make it easier to put this together. There's not a lot of room, as you can see, in there to work. So let me redo this. Come on. Let's see, I'm just like the rest of you here. Hell, half of you probably a lot more handier than I am, but this isn't really that hard. Just a little patience and put them in. So kind of hold it up there. We'll grab a screw. We'll go ahead and get that one started. Like I say, if you don't re-thread that, it makes life hard. This one here is the hole we drilled. We'll get that one started in there. Just get them, leave it loose till you get everything started, and then you can go to town. So that's a T25. So I got a little socket here for this one, make life a little bit easier. We'll go ahead and get this one just about tight. And the other one, as you can see, it's sticking out. We'll leave that just about tight. And we're gonna have to take our wrench they gave us and thread this in here. It's just, there's not a lot of room in here unless you got a, I don't know, socket almost fits, not quite though. So we'll get this tightened up. Four thumbs going here today. Hope y'all are getting some good riding in, man. I'm down in southeastern Wisconsin, but I've been up north 3 times already this year. Oh, that last trip was just gorgeous. Plenty of snow up there. Some of the corners are a little bit icy right now, but I always need more snow. So yeah, don't go crazy here, you know, snug it up. We'll go back to this one here, tighten it up. And you're just going in plastic, so take it easy. So there, that's in. So let's flip it back over. See, I already got the other side done. Excuse me. There they are, punch lights installed. So now we just got to wire it up. We'll go back over here. First thing we're gonna do, go ahead and put our headlight assembly back in. Pull this up out of the way and pull it down in here. Wires and stuff here. Make sure you're not pinching anything. Just kind of set it in there. Again, these 3 holes. We'll switch our tool over here and tighten these back up. Sorry if this camera is not showing you everything. You're getting the gist of it though. Get these started by hand. And we'll tighten them up. Let's say it's not rocket science by any means, but or if you're a trailer park fan, Trailer Park Boys fan, it's not rocket appliances. There we go. All right, so this is where the stock headlight plugged in. Then this plugs into our sled. Now, this assembly here, like I say, comes with your kit. So simply plug in your accessory plug into your headlight. Your headlight plug then will plug into your accessory. Make sure it snaps in there. This one here, now this from the factory was kind of taped on here. I just removed the tape. This was taped as well. Remove the tape and take this cap. All this is a cap. Take this off. So that one, then it'll plug into here. Boom. There you go. Now we've got our 2 little side plugs here for our lights. One goes to this side. I'm gonna run this underneath. It lays in here nice. This one here, they could have made it a little longer for a guy. I mean, it's not terrible, but that's it. Then this is what plugs back into your sled. I'm gonna take and just put a wire tie around this stuff. Here we've got everything set, everything's plugged in. Like I said, this relay, 1/4-inch hole, drop it in there and that's it. That just kind of holds this up here. I'm gonna go ahead and put a wire tie, which they do supply with the kit. Just gonna put a wire tie around this stuff to kind of hold it. So just out of the way. I mean, this is how we're gonna adjust our headlight if we need to. I've already done mine. That is key. If you're not running punch lights, get that headlight adjusted proper, and we'll go over that in a little while here. Just clean this off and that's it. Punch lights are installed, it's all plugged in, but where guys get screwed up is they're plugging their standard you know, your regular wiring into here, and then your accessory over here, where you got to do it backwards. You got to come from the plug to here and then from there to here. That's really the biggest thing people are making mistakes with, and then it popping a fuse and everybody's upset. So I'll go ahead and throw this on here and then we'll fire it up. Okay, we're getting ready to throw the hood on. Before I do, I just wanted to show you, which most of y'all probably know. Here's your fuses right here. This just pops off. I do this one-handed. Well, bear with me. There's your fuses. Here's your chart. And it says 10 amp accessory headlight. Count over 1, 2, 3. There's your fuse. If you do happen to hook this up wrong or whatever, you're probably going to pop that fuse or this one. Just be aware of that. That's where they are. I mean, if you're sled head at all like myself, you already know that, but I just thought I'd point that out before we put the hood on and get everything hooked up. Okay, we got our hood on, and there's our lights. The reason I went with them, they look good. I mean, they don't look gaudy. I thought about putting a light bar right here, but seen them and I thought, man, they look good. So the hood's on, the lights are on, everything is set to go here. See, everything's pretty clean here. We plug back in our gauge headlight, our whole assembly plugs back into the sled right here. Everything's up out of the way nice. So let's fire her up and see what they look like. Give my gauge a minute to do its thing. God, that 7S is nice, isn't it? All right. I let this thing cycle, I don't know. Let's fire her up. Alright, see? Stop headlight. We'll hit her brakes. Oh. They are bright. Very bright. Shut her down. I don't want to stink up my shop. At any rate, it was not hard at all. Honestly, it'll take you a half hour. I got a little more time in it because I'm trying to video it all, but that's it in a nutshell. Say it's from guys I've talked to that have them. And you're the leader, trail boss, whatever, at night, they are awesome. Now, obviously, in the snow dust, they're not going to work. Just like driving your car in a snowstorm, you got to run the dims, you know. Bright just illuminate everything. So keep that in mind. Again, you know, earlier I talked about getting this headlight adjusted right. That's a big thing with the VR1 format, platform, however you want to say it. Guys, go in your manual. It tells you exactly how to do it. Matter of fact, if you look on the wall here, I got a mark. Put my sled back there. Yep, race car stuff, that's what I do. I forget this, I think it's 30 feet. And you measure it with yourself sitting on the seat and get that headlight aligned. I mean, even without the punch lights, there's nothing wrong with the stock Polaris headlight. Nothing at all. As much as all the crap, the forums and the different Facebook stuff, people whine about it, but honestly, guys, go through your manual. All the stuff on these things, honestly, just look in the manual. It's not rocket appliances. Just read it. It's self-explanatory. Make your experience, I mean, these things are not cheap. Make your experience a good one. I'll say another thing. You know, everybody's reading about the 850s are blowing up. Oh my God, this is my second one. My first one had almost 3,000 miles on it. But at any rate, you turn your key on and you fire your sled up. It gives you that message up here. You know, let the engine warm up, which is fine and dandy. This one is, I think, 68 degrees, and then that light goes off, and you're good to go, right? Well, yeah, the sled's been sitting out in the cold all night, 6 degrees or below zero, whatever. Okay, you got water temp now. That's great. What about this? That's your oil. That is still cold as hell. Guys, you got to warm them up. I mean, I hear guys season them, blowing them up. Well, I don't know what they're doing, but take it easy, get some heat and everything, get that belt warm, get everything good and warmed up, get that oil warm before you race your buddy across the lake. Make your shit last a little bit. You probably see I have a can on this one. I'm not a kid. I'll tell you the biggest reason I did it. Right here. It's my chain tensioner. Look how much room there is in here now to get at that. My battery, any of this stuff. I mean, this is from SLP. Pretty close to stock. It's not a mountain can fucking thing. It's just, yeah, I did it for the weight and the room. It's probably the loudest at an idle. I can tell you my first trip this year was up in the Minocqua area on the Bearskin Trail. DNR was set up looking for stickers. They waved me right through. I had all my stickers, but I drove right by them. There was no issue. I know a lot of yous run a can or something. There's a ton of them out there. I prefer that one. It's just quiet. It's not obnoxious. It's 12:30 at night and you're coming home. You don't want to be waking the neighbors up and everything else. So that one is sounds good. It's quiet. It's not any louder in my opinion than the stock one. My VR1 I had last year was all stock. I didn't have the can or nothing on that one. Really not a lot of difference. So there you go. I hope this video was able to help some of you guys. I know I was a little nervous about it and did a little research. Like I say, there's a few out there. There'll be another one now. This is going right on YouTube. It's probably where you're seeing it. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it's helpful. Go ahead and comment down below. I know some of the camera work might not have been the greatest. I'm doing this by myself, so go ahead and comment. Let me know what you think. Give her a like and subscribe to the channel. We do a lot more than snowmobile stuff on it. Obviously, most of the people that follow me know I race, so we'll be getting after that here soon. So anyway, I hope that helps somebody. Thanks for watching, guys. Ride safe and ride right. We'll see you soon.